What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the shitty intro and just jump straight to it. Alright, in this video I'm gonna be breaking down how you can use loneliness to your advantage, alright, and how you can use it as endless amounts of fuel, and how you can use that energy to change your life completely. Alright, and I got me a dry erase board here so I can break it down a little more easily, and so it's gonna be easier for me to explain. Alright, why is it you don't like being alone? Alright, now me personally, I didn't like being alone because I just did not like myself. Alright, now this can have a lot of causes. Alright, but you don't like yourself for a reason. Alright, either it's something that you can't change or you can change. Alright, either because you don't like the person you see in the mirror, or you don't like the negativity you bring. These are all things that you yourself can change. The things that you can't change, you need to learn how to accept your insecurities. Alright, all the things about yourself that you can't change, you must learn to accept them and move forward. You can't stay in that spot where you're so focused on things that you can't change. Right, but as far as things that you can change, let's say you think you're too negative, or you think you're too overweight, or you don't feel like you're doing enough, or you don't have enough money. These are all things that you can change. You must learn to love yourself. Okay, if you don't love yourself, this can have a lot of reasons. Okay, that's either because you have broken too many promises that you said that you were going to keep to yourself. Okay, either you said, I'm gonna start doing this, I'm gonna start doing that, and you broke those promises to yourself. All right, all the decisions that you make have an outcome. Okay, now you have to remain focused on your goals, and you have to remind yourself on the decisions that you make. How is this gonna affect me getting closer to my goals or not? Okay, now you have to transmute the energy I wrote in point 3. Okay, all the negativity, all those negative thoughts that come with not loving yourself, that can bring sadness, it can bring anger, it can bring all these emotions. All these emotions bring a certain form of energy. Now you can either stay in that energy, or you can change it, you can transmute it into the self-improvement. You can use that fuel for self-improvement and self-development all day. That's endless amounts of fuel. Right, if you don't have nobody hitting you up, let's say your girl left you, your friends cut you off, you're just isolated, you have all this time, you are exactly where you need to be to become the person you want to be. All right, all you need is focus and discipline and the consistency. All right, because you can follow all these steps, and you can start doing things the right way. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I skipped Thursday, but fuck it. You can do things right for day after day, and on the 5th day, you let those negative thoughts in, and you start doubting yourself, and you just fall back to your old ways, and you fall back into your old way of thinking. And then you ask yourself, oh, why hasn't things changed? Why haven't my circumstances changed? And that's because you have not stayed consistent, and you broke the promise to yourself that you said you were going to keep. All right, if you say I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, you have to remain iron-minded with that decision. All right, you cannot fluctuate depending on how you feel. No, you have to stay disciplined regardless. Okay, use isolation to improve. Like I said, you have all this time. You don't have anybody hitting you up. Let's go do this, let's go do that every single day. You have endless amounts of time. You can use it in any way you want. Either that's something negative, either that's something positive. You can use that time in whatever way you want. All right, so it's gonna be a little harder to do things the right way. It's always gonna be harder that way, but it's gonna work out better in the long run, and it's gonna work out better for you wanting to be this different version of yourself. All right, so you're gonna have to work, you're gonna have to grind, even if you have moments of loneliness, sadness, and you're constantly thinking of things that make you depressed or whatever. That's endless amounts of fuel. You can transmute that energy. All right, and I'm not saying that it's easy, I'm not saying that it's simple. Okay, but as long as you take in those feelings, you accept them, you acknowledge them, and you ask yourself, how can I move forward with this? How can I use all this anger, all this sadness? She fucking left me. She did all this bullshit. Oh, my friends cut me off. Oh, what is it called? I'm going broke. My bank account is on negative. You don't like yourself, right? You don't like the person you're becoming, all right? Now that can cause you to fall down this loop where you're constantly just making the wrong decisions. You keep falling back into your old ways, and you have to shatter that loop, okay? And that's going to take isolation, because let's say you're trying to change your ways, and you constantly surround yourself with people who are living the way you used to, and that's going to cause you to be tempted to fall back into your old ways. So isolation is the perfect opportunity to become who you want to be, all right? Why do you think so many people shifted and changed their lives during lockdown? It's because they had all this time, and they reflected on who they have been, and they thought about who they want to be. And you can do the same starting right now, all right? Now the last step is obviously to stay consistent. Like I said, you can follow all these steps for a couple of days, and then you see no results, and then you get sad and you think, why am I doing all this work for? And then you fall back into your old ways, and then a week later you get sad again, and you ask yourself, man, why is shit the same? Why hasn't nothing changed? Why do I You haven't stayed consistent with this shit. You gotta be there day after day. It's not something that's gonna happen fast. You have to accept that these things are gonna take time and work and grind. You're gonna have to keep your head down, all right? So again, all these steps can be followed, but are you gonna stay consistent with them? Nothing changes if nothing changes, okay? You have to make the change in order to see change, okay? You got this, I believe in you, and I hope you enjoyed this video, all right? Catch y'all later.
I be the greatest though, make a hater hate me more. Wonder what's gonna hurt the most, this chopper or your ratio.